Hello, welcome to episode 83 of the Wee Podcast. It is Clark here with Phil.
Hello.
Uh, so this week we're going to start off part one. Going to have a chat about board games, some card games, different ones we've played throughout the years and ones we've actually played very recently. We've had a bit of fun with, so we'll have a chat through those, even sort of explain how to play some of them. If any pique your interest, give us a shout. We can let you know what we thought. Part two, we're going to go through what's trending. Slow week.
Well, I like one of the trends.
Yeah, I mean, but again, it's maybe not up to the usual, but we hope you enjoy it anyway. It's a bit more of a novelty one.
Yeah.
And then part three, we're just gonna finish off Black Mirror. We're just gonna have a wee chat about the last episode, what we thought of the series as a whole, and we're gonna rank them as well. So we hope you enjoy, folks. In terms of board games you've played, or games in general, I suppose, not computer games that you've played in your life, what do you reckon you've played the most?
Probably. I played Monopoly and I played Scrabble quite a lot.
Mm-hmm.
Scrabble was a lot of fun, but I probably played Monopoly more than anything as of late anyway. You ever played Labyrinth?
No.
No, Labyrinth's downstairs. We play it. It's good fun.
Yeah.
But probably, probably Monopoly. Recently, anyway. I mean, there's nothing really out. It still got the same stuff as Cluedo and stuff. And what was that one? Guess Who?
Oh, it was good.
But is it a board game?
Yeah,
Is it?
I go with it. I mean, it probably isn't. There's no board, but it's maybe. I think maybe calling it board games is a bit too
generic.
Well, I would almost say it's a bit too specific, because I'm going to be talking about other types of Wii games, like card games and stuff too.
Oh, alright then. So card games then. So it's
card
games outside computer games.
Yeah, games
Okay.
I was going to say non-electronic, but some of them do have a bit.
Yeah.
Like cards and Monopoly and stuff.
True. Yeah, well, probably Monopoly would be the one I played the most. What about you?
Settlers of Catan.
Okay.
Almost definitely.
Okay.
Because me and my friend Callum used to play that when we were kids for hours. Like literally, we go to his granny and granda's house because they lived in Carrick and his parents lived in Belfast or Dundonald or wherever. They moved about a bit, and they had Settlers and we would just play Settlers, because obviously we would sometimes bring the PlayStation 2 or whatever, but
Yeah.
not all the time. It was just better to.
Sometimes it is though, isn't it? Sometimes it's better to relax and just not worry about your save.
Yeah, it's
You know
just
what I
like,
mean?
but even at that, like, for example, I would have brought around, like, instead of playing like FIFA or something, we did have it, or I certainly had it, but what we would have played would have been like, did you ever play the game Man United Club Football?
Yeah.
And like, you could just make your own player. We just used to make them like stupid looking or like
Yeah.
massively.
I still do. I did it with
Or-
UFC. I remember making my guy. You could make your guy have like really, really big ears.
Yeah.
So huge ears, huge nose, huge cheekbones, big cheeks and all. And he looked like he'd been in a fight before he'd been in a fight.
Yeah.
It was funny. But yeah, I know what you mean. Yeah.
So that's what we used to do, and we used to play that like pretty much constantly. So, obviously it came to mind. So I thought I'd look up. Now this is on some random website called Brandon the Game Dev. So he posted this just towards the end of last year. Basically, he gives a bit of a background, to be honest, on the games. You can trace some back to ancient times, such as chess, for example. There's some chess pieces you can find that are like carved out of stone, that are in like tombs and things.
That's kind of cool.
And when you say tombs, you know it's ancient. And then like the more modern board game, like the Settlers of Catan game that I mentioned that came out in '95. So basically, he basically has put in, let's say we'll go through 10 games here. So this one, Risk, number 10. You ever played Risk?
No.
It's great. I have a Star Wars edition and Lord of the Rings edition
Alright.
in the
Okay.
house. They're
I
all
assume
slightly
like-
different.
Okay.
You know what Risk is?
I assume you do make some sort of risk to win the game.
No, it's actually, to be honest, it's I'll read his little description. It might be a bit better than mine. So
Okay.
Risk came around in the 1950s. So it's a bit of background on that.
Mm-hmm.
So the focus is literally to conquer the world. So it's like a world map, or in Star Wars it's like planets, or in Lord of the Rings it's Middle Earth.
Star Wars would be a good one. to
Right.
play. Yeah.
But basically, Risk was like it's like basically you get a certain. I'm not reading this as me ad-libbing it now, but like you get a certain amount of
Land.
people,
Okay.
right? So you have like little soldiers,
Right.
right? So say for example, then you get a certain area, right, and you'll get
By way
given
of force.
no, like you'll get cards at the start, and that's where you'll start.
Okay.
Your armies will start there, but you, like in the original game of Risk, you get a mission.
Right.
So the mission is like conquer Africa,
Mm-hmm.
for example. But for example, you could start in Asia. You might not be anywhere near Africa.
So
You
you
have
have
to,
to
like,
through the countries.
Try and fight your way through. But the way you fight your way through is like, say for example, you have 3 men
Mm-hmm.
in, for the sake of an easy place, France. France and England will be connected likely by a little line, which means you can attack England.
Mm-hmm.
But like for example, you couldn't just be in China and be like, I fancy attacking England. You have to either be attached by like a border,
Yeah.
or by like a little trade route, or like
Okay.
a line or whatever. Like in Star Wars, for example, it's like a trade route or something, like a little line between the
But I mean, technically in Star Wars, you
the
could just,
planets.
you could
But
just-
it's just the way it's done. But
yeah.
Lord of the Rings is very similar. It's very much if you're connected by again like a border, or if there's like a little line sort of going, say, from like this bit down to somewhere random up down the bottom of the map or whatever.
Yeah.
But basically you would say, right, I fancy attacking England from France. I have 3, they have 2.
And you
So
win.
what you do is you roll the dice,
Oh. Alright then.
and you need to get a certain score. If you beat that score, you knock a man off. If you don't, they knock a man off you.
Oh dear.
And then you roll again, and then again, either you win or they win. And then you can be like, right, I'm gonna stop. And then you might want to move. Say you have someone in, I don't know, like Germany or Belgium or something, or say you own a whole load of countries around there. You can then start maneuvering your men and be like, right, there's nobody near me at the back, so I'm gonna leave 1 man and all of that. I'm gonna put all my men in France, and if they attack me, then it's very
Screwed.
likely that I'll
Yeah.
beat them. You know, and basically, if you knock all their men out, you have to move men in.
Mm-hmm.
So for example, say you moved a man into England, and then, I don't know if this is the exact map, but let's say that Wales and Scotland still exist and they have 5 men in each, and you move 2 men over, odds are on you're going to lose those
Yeah.
2. So basically that's the whole point.
Yeah, that's understandable. Yeah, it sounds fun,
It's
but
so
I can
good.
imagine if people get very, very annoyed.
The Lord of the Rings and Star Wars edition have a slightly different way of doing things as well, is that basically you have to roll a dice, and for every, I can't remember exactly what you need to get, I haven't played it in a while to be honest, but Emperor Palpatine has like 10 spaces he moves.
Alright.
If he hits 10, it's order 66 and it's over.
Alright.
So like you need to roll a certain score for him to move up. If you don't, then he
Yeah.
stays. And again in Lord of the Rings, it's like, I can't remember what you move up, but you move something along, and once it hits the end, the game's over.
Okay.
But again, within those there are little,
Missions and stuff.
yeah,
Okay.
but like you can like get more men and things, you know, as
Alright,
the games
okay.
go on. It's not like
Yeah.
you just have whatever you have. So but
Sounds
yeah,
fun.
it's good, and basically the way he describes it, I suppose, is a bit easier. It's a more real game with successes and failures spelled out on the map for all to see. So yeah, there you go. It's great, and
Yeah, it sounds
I
fun.
reckon having, I have to get the original actually, because I've only got the other 2.
Mm-hmm.
But I reckon having that and having, I don't know, a couple of guys around, 5 guys, 6 guys around, playing
Be
a
good
game
fun,
of Risk,
like,
be good crack. Like.
Conquer the world.
Yeah, it's good, but I'll say the game is very, very fun. Yeah, worth a play if you haven't played it. Number 9 is Pictionary. Pretty sure everyone's played that.
Yeah, I hate it.
It's good, but I've played it so long.
I can't draw.
See, that's the thing. That's why I end up playing like games that you just either have to describe or you
So
know.
I don't mind it if it's like a game like you just I don't even know.
It's like charades with drawings.
Yeah, it is, but I just don't. Why? Why would you do that? It's for the artists out there. It's not for the
Suppose.
yous and me's of the world. Like, that's for sure.
I don't know. You just sort of draw whatever, and
Yeah,
then
but I would
they-
draw a skateboard, and they'd be like, "Oh, giraffe. And I'm like, no. But I would just be terrible at it.
It's one of those games that it's like you pull it out at Christmas or something, and then that's it for.
I remember
a
one
year.
year, I don't know who it was, but someone brought it down, and you know where you get paper and all the Pictionary, there's
Yeah.
no paper left.
No way.
Yeah. I was like, well, that's good.
I suppose that's the only thing with those sort of games is that you can just go and grab a sheet of anything and you can
Yeah.
draw with anything.
Yeah, pretty much just drawing the walls.
Yeah, like
Yeah.
it's you literally could for all it is. That's what cavemen were doing. But like,
Imagine just drawing the walls. Oh, you can't get that off.
just ran out of paper.
Permanent water. Permanent water, boys.
But Pictionary was one of those games that I remember certainly from whenever I was younger that was always pulled out at Christmas.
Yeah. I hate it.
Ours was like a purple box, I think.
Purpley blue, wasn't it?
Yeah. I think so.
Really, really boring design.
Yeah, it was.
Yeah.
It had a big pencil on it. That
Big
was,
pencil and a big P on it. It's like Pictionary.
yeah, that was literally it.
Yeah.
But I have to say, out of the two of them, I don't understand why Risk's number 10.
Yeah, maybe it's just
Maybe because Pictionary is more playable with everyone.
Yeah, it
I
could be.
don't know.
Could be
But
down to sales as well.
he has got number 8 in his Trivial Pursuit.
Didn't play it either. No, I have played.
Yeah,
Trivial
you
Pursuit.
must have. You get the wee pizza thing. It's not actually what it is, but like you
I
get
know,
it,
yeah.
and then you put the wedges in,
Color coded.
and you have to get a wedge from each thing before you then make your way to the middle.
I haven't
And you have
played
to
it
answer questions.
in a long time.
It's a flipping great game, but it's so frustrating whenever, for example, you get something really hard. Somebody else gets a question next time, and it's like stupidly easy. They're like, come on.
It's like that game Buzz, like I was saying before. Like I remember whenever Buzz came out for PlayStation, it was a game. It was really strange because I know this is all about board games off computer games and stuff, but it was very like. I remember playing board games with my parents and stuff, and obviously there was we never had that connection there where you could play games via the computer. And whenever that came out, it was so much fun because we all had everyone come round and you could get eight players. You could have a team. You have like Family Fortunes. You'd have a family versus another part of the family type of thing. So I really enjoyed that, but I hated that for that one reason where you picked a subject. You had just like these are really hard questions, and then they pick the subject. It's like
really easy.
what color is blue?
Bart
Like,
Simpson.
oh, you know what I mean? Like,
Yellow.
oh, it's blue. So, but it was a pain in the butt. But now I remember Trivial Pursuit. It was quite annoying.
There's over 50 special versions of it. Did you know
No
that?
surprise, yeah.
50?
There seemed to be quite a lot of Monopoly ones as
Remember
well.
the ones that were on TV? You could like plug them in, and it'd be Trivial Pursuit, but it'd be like a DVD.
No.
No?
Oh no, I do. Yeah, I do.
I think I used to have a Lord of the Rings one. You could like put, and then you'd have to play it with a remote, and it was. I don't know if it was as good or not. I don't think so.
Probably don't remember. Then it wouldn't be, will it?
Well, that's a good point, but like that's another game that actually I've definitely have had on my phone as well.
I've had Monopoly on my phone.
Yeah.
It was a pain.
I think I might have had it too.
Because it's I always have a problem with these sort of games that you can never play a board game on a computer because you've always got you got the chance of the computer going only joking.
I'm gonna give you a 1.
Yeah, like Ludo on the computer was a pain in the arse. Trying to get a 6 to leave home, not possible. The computer has like 6 sixes. You're like, okay.
Of course you do. Yeah.
Hated it. Absolutely. I love playing Ludo though.
So we've got Trivial Pursuit and then Othello. I've never heard of it.
Never heard of either.
So
could be an American one. Just
backgammon, chess, checkers. Basically, they're all sort of old games. So is this. Basically, it's a strategy game. It came out in apparently 1883.
Jeepers.
So basically, it's sort of hard to explain what it is, but you can sort of see it there. So like black and white counters on a board.
Oh.
It must be something very similar to
Checkers.
Checkers that you try and take the other.
Yeah. So you can have like the bigger. Yeah, I know what you mean. I like playing checkers. It was good.
It was whenever you got a king.
Yeah.
Like, king me.
Yeah.
A big massive thing. You can move wherever you wanted. It was great.
Didn't matter.
Cluedo is the next one. I actually played this fairly recently.
Cluedo? Really? I haven't played Cluedo in a
Rachel,
long time.
me, her sister, dad, her mum.
I haven't played Cluedo in a long time.
Like Cluedo was good. It was good, but it was one of those games that like I hadn't played it in a long time, and they played it a bit more recently, maybe even like Christmas sort of time, and they all were like, oh, you know, you have to remember what everybody else is guessing, and then you know all this sort of stuff. Turned out that I was like, by the end, was really annoying because I had like exactly what I needed at the end, and it just wasn't my turn.
Oh,
And then somebody else got me first, and I was like, damn it. But yeah, anyone that doesn't know what Cluedo is, basically there's a board with 7 or 8 rooms, I think, maybe 9 actually. But essentially there's then, I don't know, 8 or 9 characters, maybe 6 characters. I'm not exactly sure how many. But basically there's also weapons. So the weapons, the whole idea is you put 3 cards in like a little envelope at the start. Nobody knows what they are. 1 character, 1 room, and 1 weapon. The aim of the game is to work your way around and try and figure out who's the killer with what in what room. And the rules we play, I don't know if this is the official rules or not, is that to actually guess you had to be in that room. So for example, if I wanted to say, okay, it was Miss Scarlet with the, I don't know what there is, candlestick or pipe or whatever in the drawing room, I would mention that, and then whoever had one of the 3 things I asked, like you had to go, like say it was Rachel first, then her mum, then her sister, then her dad, like they would show me whoever showed me one first, and then I would go, okay, so it's not that one, and then you would move on the way. So yeah, it was fun. I haven't played it in a long time.
I haven't played it in a very, very long time. Like, it's wouldn't be a game I'd ever rush at, really.
No, as I say, it was, the options were Cluedo or like it might have been Monopoly, and I was like, please pick Monopoly, but something different.
Monopoly's fun, but it can go on for decades.
It can.
Very, very
It
long.
definitely
game,
can. Which leads us nicely into number 5, Monopoly.
Like.
So let's be honest, pretty much everyone has played Monopoly.
I don't know, I've never played it before.
I don't know anyone that hasn't played it.
I've always wanted to play the Metallica one.
Oh, is there one?
Yeah.
That's unreal.
Yeah.
Basically, anyone that doesn't know, be surprised if you don't. You roll a dice, you buy property, somebody lands on your property, you have to pay your rent.
You get money. You get that dollar.
So, yeah, like, I enjoy it personally.
I love Monopoly, and it's brilliant.
We used to have one of the card games. Like you had a wee Visa card instead of cash. No?
No?
You have like a wee bank card, everyone has a bank card. You put it in the wee machine, and you put, like, if you hit go, it added 200,000, not $200.
Why?
I don't know, it's just...
What's that one?
It was a wee card one, I don't know. That's what I played. But there's probably every type of Monopoly now. I know there's Game of Thrones, for example. There's a Belfast Monopoly, there's a London Monopoly. It's in London already, isn't it?
Belfast is in London.
No. The actual original Monopoly board is London, isn't it?
No.
Pretty sure it is.
Is it all just London? I'm pretty sure it's all over England.
Oxford Circus.
Oh,
No,
it is.
I think it's all London.
No, it is. Yeah.
But it's one of those games I think everyone's played, but it's definitely one everyone has seen the videos of people falling out over.
Have you seen the guy that's like full on? He just yeets the board. He goes yeet. Just
No.
He goes, I'm done with this. And yeet.
I've seen the guy who, like, it's on, like, they're playing on like a metal table, and he's just like, no, thump, and the whole table just folds in on itself.
Oh, that's Francis. That was made up.
Oh, was it?
Yeah.
I was just like, oh my word, that isn't.
He has like a lisp. He was like, I can't believe this.
Yes,
Yeah.
it was that guy.
Big large fella.
Yeah.
That was a joke. He playing Dungeons and Dragons as well. Did that one?
Oh, was it? It wasn't Monopoly.
No, it was Dungeons and Dragons.
Because it was made out as if it was Monopoly in the video. Whenever I'd seen it, it was
really?
like a guy loses his head in a Monopoly game. It was on Facebook. Just
there's
there's the wee kid who's just giving fingers.
Yeah, that's right. Yeah, the
raging.
kitchen table.
He is raging.
People just start crying sometimes.
It's
See, whenever
so
the
mad.
mum comes over, she's like, "Give me your money,
I
honey."
don't
He's like,
have any left.
that's actually weird because Mr. Beast did a video about Monopoly, but it was real money. He was like, he did in a square room and was just like, yeah, we'll just do these around the sides, just do the proper thing, and have a jail, and they had like gates on the jail thing and all, and they had every time you passed, you got $200.
Sorry.
And
So whoever's playing just got money.
so they had like houses and stuff. They had a big massive die just chucked about the place, and then they had little hotels to put on
That's a
thing and all. And people like some people walked away like £3,000 or dollars. Sorry.
That'd be nice, wouldn't it?
Yeah, it'd be nice. Like just going down to win a game, like. But I love Monopoly. Monopoly was definitely up there. One of those games.
Out of all the ones we've mentioned, I would say Risk is definitely my favourite so far.
Yeah.
Next one along is Scrabble. I'm pretty sure again most, if not everyone, has played this as well.
I'd love to play Scrabble now.
Just to see if you're better at it.
Different words.
What do you mean?
Well, there's been more words out of the dictionary now, so
True. That's another thing. Whenever somebody was like, I'm pretty sure it's a word.
no.
You'd be like, man, it's not.
It's
It was like AZNQ or something.
It's actually a Spanish word.
Yeah, well, it has to be. I know. I used to hate when people. Hola, it's hello in Spanish. You're like, yeah, we're playing in English.
it's an Oxford dictionary. I'm pretty sure it says here.
So stupid.
No, I love playing Scrabble. It was good fun. I used to play it with mum, dad, and all. And, some do the little bench and all. You got your little words and all. And you had the little bag and all. Where you just
Cracker.
I remember just
It was
pushing
just
dads
simple.
off.
It's just simple.
Yeah, it was
Simple
great.
game. 1948 came out in.
Can you imagine the words had changed between then and now? Like,
Yeet.
well, yeet would not be coming. Have you seen the old guy with the video?
No.
The guy is this old guy. I think it's some guy in a mask, but it's just like he looks like an old fella, and he has the Y and the E, and then just puts the E and then the T on, and the guy goes, "What's that?" And he goes, "Yeet!" And just yeets the board off. But yeah, there's obviously there's like hashtag and stuff is is an actual word.
Oh, yeah.
Do you know what I mean? So
Will be.
different words like
Email.
Facebook,
That didn't exist.
loads of different
That's
ones.
mad.
But it's true though, like so many different words you would get now, and like some words that have like the words like X and all on it as well that you would get more points for using.
True. Q. I think it's the most, isn't it?
I think so. So you can get quite a lot of quite. Yeah, but you can get
triple
quite
word score.
Yeah, triple word score and all.
Yeah.
Yeah, but I was good at Scrabble back in the day. I used to be very very good at English.
Yeah, I like it. It's one of those. It is one of those games. It's just simple, and you just do it, and that's it. And there's no mucking about. And obviously nowadays, with being able to check if a word's real or not in like 2 seconds on your phone.
Yeah, exactly.
Right.
Well, you're wrong, aren't you? Well, sorry.
No, certainly. Some people I know would argue with you for no reason.
Yeah,
So,
it's true.
so next one down is a game that is estimated to be around 5,000 years old.
Unreal.
Right? Do you know? Can you guess what it is? It's not chess.
No, chess is
Backgammon. Backgammon.
Backgammon?
Backgammon. Sorry.
backgammon. I'm pretty sure was like Asian.
Apparently, it was written in history, mentioned in written history by the Sumerians in Mesopotamia.
Oh right, okay.
Tutankhamun apparently played the game as well.
That's cool.
I'll be honest, I haven't a clue what it is.
Backgammon, that's the one with all the triangles and stuff in it.
Yeah, but what is it?
Couldn't tell you.
Do you know how to play it?
Nope.
Really high.
Never played it before. I know it's a thing at
Apparently
casinos.
it's another strategy game.
It's casinos as well, isn't it? Backgammon and a lot of
You can play it. But I could not tell you. I know I could have drawn you the board maybe, but like couldn't tell you how to
just
play it.
a monster's teeth.
Yeah, pretty much.
Yeah, that's all it is.
Let me just see. I'm gonna see whether it tells me anything more about it here. See if I can figure out how to play backgammon.
I've never played it before in all my life. I've never actually sat down and bothered to play any sort of. Even on your phone, you
So
can
there's
play.
15 men. That's your little pieces.
Okay.
That must be moved from their starting positions around and then off the board. The dice are thrown each turn, and each player, must decide which of his men to move based on the outcome. Players can capture each other's men, forcing the captured men to restart their journey around the board. The winner is the first player to get all 15 men off the board. So there you go.
Sounds easy enough.
It does. So sounds alright actually.
Yeah, it doesn't sound too bad.
Number 2 is one that again I'm pretty sure everyone in the world will have played at one point or another. It is simple, fun, and it's checkers.
I love checkers.
Or
I used to beat mum an awful lot of checkers.
we also call it drafts.
Drafts over here.
Or what's the other option?
I haven't heard it called checkers and drafts.
Oh my goodness. Anyway,
I don't think I've ever heard of it. Been anything else? Drafts? Yeah, no drafts and checkers. I'm pretty sure that's all it is.
Is that it?
Red and blacks.
No, I don't think so. Maybe I'm being stupid, but I could have sworn.
I just think about blackjacks now. Fruit salads and blackjacks.
Fruit salads are better.
I agree. Did you know Lauren got loads of fruit salads for when we went down to Portrush?
Oh, from Barry's or whatever, or
Yeah.
from the next place?
From that next place we went into, I was
Amusements?
saying we got like 60 points or 60
Yeah,
points,
yeah.
60 tokens. So Karen, Rachel, and Lauren all got key rings, and Lauren got
Yes.
one for me. Rachel got one for you, and I
Yeah.
was like, we'll try my luck at this. You spin the wheel.
Yes.
There's a little game called Spin the Wheel there. You put your 20p or your pound in, then you spun the wheel, and obviously whatever was the
Yeah.
catchphrase or whatever the thing was called, you picked a letter from it. Whatever letter it landed on, you could put into it.
Okay.
And 20 points or 20 tickets is for one key ring,
Right.
and I got 20. And I was like,
Nice.
unreal. So I was like, oh, you go, love, go ahead and get yourself a key ring.
Class.
Live regards to have a 15 token key ring,
Oh, I thought left you a 5.
and then got the rest for all of us for
Tidy.
fruit salads. I was like, that's very nice of you.
Tidy.
Rich also got me a key ring, a flash key ring.
Yes, she did. She told me about that.
Unreal.
Yeah, how do we?
Yeah,
see?
one of the little 2p things, yeah.
Yeah.
What do we
She
first?
said it was like getting really close to the edge.
It was like the
Yeah.
actual key ring bit was
It's
banging
hanging
off.
off. Yeah.
She spent the pound and I spent the pound. I was like, £2 for that.
Worth it.
Worth the fun of it, I suppose.
That's
like,
what I kept trying to tell her. I was just like, it's a bit of crack.
yeah, it's true. Though.
So yeah, basically, apparently it was played around medieval times as well.
Doesn't make sense,
There's no theme. You can just do whatever you want. You know, it's a 2-player game. There's what,
Could you
12?
imagine 3 people? No, wrong.
There's 12 pieces each, reds and blacks, as you say.
Mm.
And yeah, I mean, I just think it's good fun.
I enjoyed drafts. I used to play an awful lot with Mum.
Like, you'll never forget how to play that game.
No,
You know, it's one of those. It's cool.
you can only ever go one direction
Mm-hmm.
at a time. Well, you know what I mean. You could go up, down, left, or right.
Yeah, it was just.
Diagonal. It was
Class.
great,
And I'd say whenever we got kings, you were just
yeah. Unstoppable.
do whatever you want.
Yeah,
Go
exactly.
absolutely nuts.
Yeah.
And then the best selling game of all time is chess.
Yeah. Again, another game I get really frustrated at because people take forever doing a simple movement.
Mm-hmm.
And I understand it's just a strategic game and all, but it does not take you 25 minutes to find out where your pawn's going to go.
Did you know that in the 41st chess Olympiad in Norway, 2 people died?
What, from the length of time it took to play the game?
One of them had a heart attack, and then one of them was just found dead later on in his room. Nothing criminal about it.
It's strange.
Yeah, maybe it was stress. Who knows? But
It's a very stressful game all the same.
you know, chess is. I used to love chess. It was great. I used to own a wee chess glass chess set.
My brother's a glass chess set. It looks unreal, but like stained
So
glass.
annoying.
Stained
Yeah,
glass.
so
Yeah.
annoying. Trying to keep it clean was a nightmare.
Literally the worst. I remember going to his house one day and it was just like he was polishing, not polishing, but he was like cleaning
Yeah.
the horses and stuff, obviously in the nights, and all this hair sort of cracked, and I was like, why would you keep it out? Like, I'd put it in a box and keep it away.
Mm-hmm.
Just by the time you're never going to play it, like, it's going to get really, really dusty because it's an ornament now. Like, it'd just be silly.
That's all it was. Even back then, that's all it was.
Exactly. Yeah.
Just sat there as an ornament.
I miss all the games like the likes of Mousetrap and stuff.
Mousetrap. Oh my goodness!
Yeah, I remember
It's a game I
Mousetrap.
never properly understood.
It was just a wacky
It was
game.
madness.
But we were obviously down in Portrush there for, what, 3 days?
Yeah. So you could
Um,
say too. It was technically Thursday to Sunday, but
Yeah, we didn't really get.
sort of a half day either side.
Yeah, you brought down Exploding Kittens and Obama Llama,
Yes.
and then Phil brought down his Cyanide and Happiness, and I think that
Mhm.
was it, wasn't it? That's all the card games were there, right?
Yeah, we didn't like bring down Cards Against Humanity. We've sort of over the years sort of played that to death. It is still funny. I still think you can have fun with it, but
Oh, no,
you
100%.
just
You
you
need
just-
less people, I think, is the
yeah,
problem now. I think
exactly.
we have so many couples. It's like
Yeah,
everyone's like, no!
it was like 8 or 9
Yeah,
in one game.
it's an awful lot of people.
But I mean, all in,
So would you just take turns, though, couldn't you? Just take turns and playing it with.
you can, but it's, again, it's one of those you don't want to be in half the game. Like, you just
Well,
want
5 per person, 5 wins.
so
Yeah.
could I suppose, but you know, whenever we, as I say, you mentioned a few games there, like.
Well, I hadn't played. I played the Cyanide and Happiness one,
Mm-hmm.
but I hadn't played Exploding Kittens or Obama Llama.
What's your favorite?
Out of all three of them,
Yeah.
Suicide. Oh dear God. Cyanide and Happiness. I don't know why
Yeah.
Suicide and Happiness, but it's always one of those things. But Cyanide and Happiness is definitely up there just because of the cards that they provide are
Funny.
just
Very
ridiculously stupid. It's a hard one to pick between Obama because I like that sort of game.
Yes.
I love it.
Yeah.
But you need to play it with like
Less.
yeah. it's tough to try and. Yeah, it's tough to try and like. Obviously, it was the first time we only played it once.
Yeah,
so,
we did. Yeah.
Playing it like 3 or 4 times, maybe you get a bit better at it. Like, but then you would know the cards half the time as well. So
You do, because I don't know. I haven't looked into it, but there may be expansions, but I'm not sure.
probably
But-
are. I dare say it would be.
We didn't get through that many cards.
No.
Anyone that doesn't know what a Bam Llama is, it is essentially
It's a rhyming game. Isn't it?
yeah, it's a rhyming game. So there's a dice. You roll the dice. It has green, yellow, or pink on it. The yellow cards are active cards.
Yeah.
So on the back, for example, it could say share, and what it would say on one side is you would have to act out share brushes her hair. So you would have to pretend to be brushing your hair, and then the person opposite or whoever's in your team would have to say, "Oh, Cher brushes her hair," and then you move on to the next one, which would be like Cher takes off her underwear, and you would have to.
Oh, hey!
So,
do you believe? No one could see the action I did there. That was a shame.
And then there's a describe it one, which again would say. Cher brushes her hair, and then you would say, I don't know, singer of Do You Believe uses
Household objects
to
Stylize.
untangle head pubes, and then you'd be like, then you'd try and guess it, or the next one would be like a literal clue, like you would just, which is solve it, and you would literally just, it would tell you what to read, and then below it in italics would tell you what they need to say back for you to then move on to the next one.
I really enjoyed that game, but I'd like to play a bit longer.
Yeah, we would
times.
need a bit more. I think there was a lot of us, as I say, there was 10 or 11 of us sort of playing the game at any one time. It does tend to be a game sort of best for maybe 3 teams of 2 max.
Yeah, I would agree.
But yeah, it's a good game. It's fun, and then once you get 3 right, be it over 1 turn or 2 turns or 3 turns or how many it takes, you then get a chance to flip cards. I'm doing all the actions because that's how I'm remembering it. So you flip the cards over, and for example, they won't match, but they'll rhyme.
Yeah, so these cards are out in the
They're face down
with question marks on them, and then it's like a, what do you call that?
Like a snap thing.
Yeah, it's like snap, but it's like you have to. It's like a memory game. You have to remember where, because obviously the other teams can turn over 1, so you get to turn over 2 different cards, and then if they don't match, then you're like, oh, well, remember that. But yeah, so they don't look the same, but they would together make a rhyme.
It might be, well, literally there is one, Barack Obama and Llama. There's another one that's like Donald Trump rubbish dump or something. Something to do with the Queen's one of them. Can't remember what the other one is.
Don't know.
But anyway, basically, you then at the end of the game, whoever wins is the person that has the most of the matched pairs, not the person who gets the most right.
Yeah.
So
it's kind of cool.
Gives anybody a chance to sort of win that.
Like that game.
Yeah, it's a good game. And then on top of that, we played Exploding Kittens, and that's a completely different different game too.
It's good fun. I like it.
But max 5 players. It's another card game, as we say. Aim of the game is don't get blown up by an exploding kitten. It's sort of
as rare as that sounds.
Everybody at the start of the game gets 1 card, which is a detonate. Diffuse, which basically means that if you get an exploding kitten, you don't die. You can put it back into the pile, the draw pile, shuffle it all up, and then you put it down. But basically, you can put down as many cards from your hand as you want. You have 8 to begin with, including the diffuse. Each card may have some different sort of power. So, for example, one might be somebody has to give you one of their cards of their choice. One might be you get to choose one of their cards.
And sometimes you have to pair up cards to make an actual power.
Well, that's yes. Sorry, you're actually right there. That's the one that you get.
Cactus cat and stuff.
There's Taco Cat,
Cactus cat,
Rainbow Cat. I like Cactus as well.
Cacti cat, yeah.
Was it
Green one or melon cat?
melon? It was melon, watermelon cat, or whatever. Yeah. And then you put two of them down together. You get to pick one of their cards of your choice. But you don't see what they are.
There's skips as well.
There's skip a go. There's an attack, which means the next person has to take two goes.
Cards from the drop.
And if they then attack, then the next person after them does 4 and 6 and so on. As many times you want. There's a nope. So there's all, which just basically
that's
means
good fun.
Oh, it's great, isn't it? Like
whenever someone plays a
attack,
nope card, I'm like ho, and then they nope their nope, I'm like ho.
It's all kicking off.
Like
basically, you play a nope after somebody plays an attack. It means that attack card doesn't actually take effect.
Yeah.
You can then continue on with your go as normal. But again, you can play a nope at any time. So if you say nope to that attack card, somebody else random could come in and go, well, actually no, I'm going to nope your nope, which means the attack card is still their card in play, and so on. Like it's a good game. Basically, then at the end of every turn, you have to draw a card unless you've played a card that allows you to skip that.
Yeah.
So if you then draw an Exploding Kitten and you don't have a diffuse, you're out.
Yeah.
That's essentially the game.
Really, really good fun game.
Oh, so fun. It was a lot of fun.
Definitely a lot of fun with the 5 of us there. It was great crack. But I'd like to play that Obama Lamb one again.
Yeah.
It was good fun. But I like acting them out, but it's very, very tough.
It is, yeah.
Especially when there's some people you don't know. It's, well, not that I've came across any, but it's like, it's hard to do one that's like, I don't know, like Donald Trump taking a dump. Like, how are you meant to do that one? Like, just do the hair and then just go.
Just do his face.
But I don't know how to do his face. Just get your arse
because
out.
you can't talk.
Just get your arse out and it looks
you
the
can't
exact
talk.
same.
It's really you just put a child in jail. But like, there's so many things you could say there. But I mean, in reality, yeah, it is one of those games I would love to play. As I say, with maybe a few less, because there was the whole pile of us. There were so many.
Yeah.
Maybe 2 or 3 teams would make that game considerably longer.
Yeah,
as opposed to the 5 teams or whatever we had.
We had 5 teams, yeah.
But it was a good wee game, and you mentioned Cyanide and Happiness as well.
Yeah, it's obviously it's a
card.
Yeah, it's a card game as well, but it's a cartoon first off, so there's an awful lot of crude sort of things, and like some of the drawings, there's an awful lot of butt drawings in it. So basically, like 2 guys, so there's a green and a blue. No, blue and a
green.
Is it green and blue?
Yeah,
it's green. It is green.
If you don't know who Cyanide and Happiness is, I suggest you look it up, because you definitely know who Cyanide and Happiness is.
Yeah. And basically the blue guy is either saying something to the green guy, or the green guy saying something to the blue guy. Sometimes they're just having an interaction.
Staring at each other.
Sometimes they're staring at each other. Sometimes they've got boners. Sometimes they've got their butts out. Sometimes someone's coming out of each other's butt. But it's basically the same thing as Cards Against Humanity, except this time you make a storyboard.
Mm-hmm.
So you have the first card on the left, middle card obviously in the middle, and the end card's always usually red.
It has to be red. If you find a red card in your pile, it can only play at the end, but you can play any colour at the end.
Mm-hmm.
So it doesn't have to be red.
But usually they make the most sense.
Yeah, they're usually the best. Yeah.
But you basically you draw a card from the draw pile, put it down, and you put it anywhere you want it to be in the storyboard. So first, start, middle, and end.
This is the dealer.
Yeah. So yeah.
Or
so
the person who's making it.
And then you have to take a card from your pile to sort of make a story between them. So you can have a start, a middle, and then say, right, you guys are playing the end, or you have one in the middle and then one at the end, and you guys are playing the start.
Gap.
So you leave a gap. So there's only one card, so people are playing, and some of the stories
are amazing.
Oh dear, I've cried over this game a few times.
It's hilarious.
But I like playing that one. Out of the 3, I love Cyanide and Happiness. It's right up there. But I think for maybe like at the most maybe like 6 or 7 people, maybe,
I even think that might be too many.
You reckon?
Yeah.
I reckon as long as you've got a good.
I think 6 is a max.
6, yeah, probably.
Mm-hmm.
But definitely Exploding Kittens up. Yeah. No, I like all 3 of them. But Cyanide up there. It's just so much fun. Like, and the amount of crap you get from it as well. Like, some people pick the silliest. Like, obviously it's funny to them, but whenever you look at it, you go, that doesn't make any
doesn't
sense.
even work. Yeah.
But it's funny. I mean, I know I've won a couple of bum
Literally.
rounds. Yeah, literally. Yeah, a couple of bum rounds. Like, but it's so much fun to play. I absolutely love that game.
Yeah, it is hilarious.
Yeah.
It is one of those games you don't really need to think about too much. You can be sort of funny with. It's not too serious, and I don't know. It's a good time we had the sort of the fellas night in. We were playing it and stuff. It was good crack. Like, fun.
Some of the cards I got. Like, that was the first thing I think Phil introduced us to that new pack, wasn't it?
Yeah. Truly hilarious.
They were brilliant. Some of them were absolutely fantastic. Yeah, I'm looking forward to playing it again. To be fair.
Yeah. So that's a whole load of games we've talked about there.
Yeah,
So
it is.
I think we'll call that a part, and we'll see you again in part 2. Welcome back, part 2. So what's trending this week? So we've got a couple of things because there's been nothing massively major. Certainly not that we want to talk about on here anyway. So you'll probably find out just how slow a week it's been in a minute. So,
I like one of the trends.
Yes, we'll tell you what. Actually, we'll talk about the one I consider to be slightly slower, but that is sort of sweeping the nation, the world almost, you could say.
Yeah.
So people have probably seen by now what's it called, the bottle cap challenge?
I think it's called the bottle cap challenge. Yeah.
Essentially, for anyone that hasn't seen it, there's a bottle sits, basically right in front of the camera. It's focused on the cap, obviously, bottle top, whatever you want to call it. And then somebody does a roundhouse kick. Is that what you would call it?
Yeah, it's around. Well, some people have done a roundhouse kick, and some people have just done a front kick.
Yeah. And essentially, they take the lid off by kicking it. So but not like break off. I mean, like it spins off.
Yeah.
So the first person I seen do it was that UFC fighter.
McGregor?
No.
What UFC fighter? Oh, Max Holloway?
I don't know. I don't think so. It was an Asian fella. I seen do it first.
Don't think.
Oh my goodness. McGregor was who I watched next. And then after that I watched John Mayer. And then after that I watched Jason Statham.
John Mayer was the first one, I think, to do it.
Was he?
I think so. Because it was Jason Statham, and then McGregor did it after Jason Statham did it.
Yeah.
But Donnie Yen's done it. He was an actor.
Yes,
He's
that's the one.
actor.
I think I'd seen he did it with like his eyes closed
He
or
did it
something.
blindfolded, yeah.
Blindfolded, that's what it was.
John Mayer's done it. Jason Statham, McGregor, Max Holloway. Max Holloway might have been the first one to do it. I don't know. It could be Max Holloway or John Mayer that did it first, but I know Max Holloway did it for an advert. I think maybe it was or something. I don't know really where it came from, to be honest. But loads of people were doing it for some reason. I don't understand why. I remember John Jones posted one, and he did like a.
This guy's doing a dance.
Oh, that's unreal.
He's kicked it
Very
out.
good.
This one is pure grim. Just so he hits it with his.
Oh, lovely.
Yeah. There's Jason Statham there.
Yeah.
I've actually watched it.
Statham was pretty cool, pretty slick, I have to admit. Like,
Look at that hand and all.
I know.
Cool.
We just see it just flips it off. It's unreal. It's pudding.
Oh, that's quality, isn't
Yeah.
it?
But seen John Mayer's one. It was okay. But your man.
There's the guy.
That's Max Holloway. Yeah.
Yeah, that's the guy I seen do it first.
Yeah.
Yeah.
He's Hawaiian.
Oh, was he? Oops.
Yeah.
Right.
Pretty sure he was the first one to do it.
I think so too.
Yeah.
That's what I mean. He was the first person I'd seen do it.
And then John Mayer did do it before Statham. Statham did it, then McGregor did it after Statham.
Yeah.
I think Donnie Yen's done it now, but he did his blindfolded. His was more of a front side kick type of thing.
Nice.
Instead of a roundhouse kick. But
You seen the person that throws a shoe at it and does it?
no.
Somebody's like holding the bottle and they go like, and throw a shoe from the other side of the room and it just clips it and spins off. It just goes.
I've seen the guy who does like, he's like quite a chubby fella, and he does like an attempt at a roundhouse kick, and then it pauses, and he puts the shoe on his hand and does that against the thing, and then he does like the finishing end of the roundhouse kick on video. And I was like, I love those sort of stupid ones. And then John Jones did one yesterday.
Did he do coke off it or something?
Just a coke tin.
Just spins off.
But no, he just needs to inhale and it comes off. But no, he did like a like a fake. He did like sort of a. It was like he just put his knee up. He did like a going to do the roundhouse, put his knee up, and then like reached his hand out, and then just undid it with his hand. It was slow motion. It was very funny.
Good.
But
so it looked as if he was gonna properly do it.
Yeah,
And he was like,
yeah. But obviously, John Jones he'll have an awful lot of hype behind him. So if he was to do that, it'd be like, oh, he's doing it, and then he just goes, nope,
that's
unscrewed it with his hand. But yeah, very strange thing to trend, I suppose. I mean, it's like the same thing with that ice bucket challenge, except the ice bucket challenge had
it raised money, didn't
a
it?
reason for it, yeah. Whereas this one just seems to be a random sort of event that's everyone's cracking on with now.
It is. It's one of those internet challenges that everyone is like, oh, I've got to see if I can do that.
Yeah.
It's like the Deli Alley.
Oh yeah,
Do you remember
yeah, that's right.
thing?
Yeah.
And then it's like the wee O with 3 fingers celebration. He did another one too, but I can't remember what it was.
See, McGregor was quite smart with this one though, because he promoted his whiskey game with us.
He did, but the hilarious thing was he very obviously was not drinking that walking away.
No.
It just didn't even look sort of real.
No. But yeah, I mean, like I said before, I remember seeing it. I was like, what a weird thing to start trending on Twitter.
It was. It was that fella I'd seen first. What was his name? Matt Holloway.
Max Holloway.
Max Holloway.
Yeah.
He was the one I'd seen first, and I to be honest, when I first watched it, I was like, oh my word, I wonder how many goes that took.
I know. But then the same with everyone else now. That's the thing.
Yeah, we only ever see the one that.
Well, that's obvious.
Yeah,
you're never gonna see the outtakes. Like take 1,812. Could you imagine?
Just legs and bits.
Be awful.
So then the next what's trending part we'd taken was Glastonbury guy. I think his name's just Dave, but as far as I'm aware, he's Santana or something like that.
Santan Dave
or Santana, yeah. As part of his
I assume that's something to do with Santander, right?
I don't think so.
No,
it could be a surname maybe.
Dave Santan.
Yeah,
could be.
but
it'd be funny if it was Santan Dave.
that would be funny, wouldn't it?
I've seen the one
sponsored.
Is the Santan Dak, Antan Dak.
Yeah,
Kinda
like
cool.
pushing each other out of it.
Yeah.
But basically, this fella's up on stage. He has a song. I'll be honest, I'd never heard of him before. He has a song called Thiago Silva, like the PSG and Brazil centre back. And he apparently does this at every gig. He asks someone up to basically do a song. It's not always Thiago Silva. It's a song. He sort of goes. If you watch the whole video.
No, it's 4 minutes.
No, at the start of it, he sort of goes like, "Oh, does anyone know the words?" And this guy's got like a bucket hat on.
I've seen the start of it. Yeah.
Yeah, he's got like a bucket hat on. He's got his
Fisherman's
PSG
hat.
shirt.
What a bucket hat! How dare you?
I swear it does look real.
Fisherman's hat.
His wee shorts, and then he's got like a bum bag around his like chest / shoulder, sort of in an angle. And he gets up.
But he's wearing
Thiago Silva top.
Yeah.
What are the odds? But it has to be because he knew that song was coming.
Oh yeah, no, definitely.
But, like,
He had
what are the
Thiago
odds?
Silva on the back of it, didn't he?
Yeah, Silva in the back.
Yeah.
Who has actually retweeted it as well.
You retweeted it?
He's tweeted him and stuff.
Oh, that's cool.
Well done. Yeah,
That's
he was
class.
like, "Oh, cheers." The guy's got like thousands of Twitter followers now.
I'm sure he does. Yeah.
But basically, the guy gets up. He knows every single word of the song, every beat. He really gets into it. He's like running up and about the stage, and he's doing all the hand movements and all that sort of stuff. And at the end of it, the guy, the actual artist, Dave, it's just like, oh my word, that was so good.
Yeah.
And he's got a hashtag. Was it Alex from Glastonbury or something?
I think so. Yeah.
I think it's his hashtag. But
it's kind of cool, right? Well, my favorite thing from Glastonbury was obviously Lewis Capaldi's walkout.
Oh, it was amazing.
Yeah.
It was
I
amazing.
think he's hilarious.
Like, he uses Liam Gallagher literally. I keep calling him that. It's not Liam.
Noel.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Why do I keep saying
I
that?
don't know, because Liam's his friend. Now, did you not see the thing with the whole beef where obviously Liam and Noel are always at it, but they're not obviously like each other at the moment yet again. But Lewis Capaldi had obviously tweeted all this stuff about Noel Gallagher saying like, who's this Capaldi fella, and then he was like, he's a nonce basically.
The music's fucking shit now.
Yeah.
Who's this Capaldi fella?
Yeah.
Who's this? Who's this? Who's Capaldi?
Yeah.
Capaldi. And then it's just like, here comes the money. And he just walks
It's
out.
unreal, like.
So good.
But I
Literally
remember-
dressed like him.
No, I know. I remember seeing the tweet first of all, and then I'm pretty sure someone tweeted saying, asking Liam like, do you like Lewis Capaldi? And he goes, I do now.
Yeah.
Yeah, and I was like, oh, that's pure
I
class.
see,
Like,
he was tweeting Noel Gallagher's daughter too.
Lewis?
Yeah. She tweeted saying something, and then he was just like, oh, he replied, and then she was like, will you marry me?
Oh my word. He loves to get himself
I
into
love
some
him. Like he's so
trouble.
fun.
Like he's class. I
He's
think he's
cracker.
brilliant. But yeah, no, I remember walking on the glass, but like he showed me it, and I couldn't stop watching it after that.
Oh, it's brilliant. It's absolutely
so
brilliant.
funny.
Yeah, I love him. He's top man. Like comes across very, very well.
Yeah. Continues.
Aye, so it's been a slow week.
Has been, but it's been a fun week all the same.
It has for us. Yeah. But aye, we'll call that part 2, folks, and we'll catch you again in the last bit, part 3. As if you didn't know that. Welcome back to part 3. So I suppose it's the finish now of our Black Mirror review of the new series. There are only 3. So
Thank God.
the last one's
Ashley O.
Ashley O, but I don't think that's what the actual episode's called.
Is it not?
I don't think so.
Oh.
It's called Something Something and Ashley 2.
Ashley O, dear God. I should probably be called, I think. Maybe it's Ashley 2.0, is it?
No, it's Something, Someone and Ashley 2. I think it's like 3 names.
Oh, let me myself. and
Rachel,
Henry.
Jack and Ashley 2.
Ah, okay.
So I suppose this episode, to give you anyone that hasn't seen it, don't listen anymore because I'm going to tell you what
Oh yeah,
happens.
spoiler alert.
So basically it
Good
starts,
thing you did this one.
Yeah, I know. Just it starts off basically a little girl. Well, she's 15 and it's gonna be her birthday. And she is a big fan of Ashley O, who's Miley Cyrus.
She also has no friends.
Yeah, they've just moved to a new
State.
school and they're in California basically. Looks like they've recently lost their mother. Coping with it in different ways. Her and her sister and her dad. Her dad is an exterminator who's trying to find humane ways to basically like handle the mice so they don't all die. But anyway, I digress. So she is in school. You sort of see her. She loves the music of Ashley O, who's a pop singer.
Too much.
Yeah, and Ashley O's, she sees her on TV and she's doing an interview and she introduces Ashley 2, which is like a little toy. It sort of looks like one of them Robo-Sapien things, but like more futuristic, sort of a bit sleeker, like an Apple product sort of version.
Yeah.
And in that is what Ashley says is her personality, and basically the little girl asks for one for her birthday and she gets one, but all in amongst this it sort of shows you Ashley O doesn't actually like her life.
Doesn't like being Ashley O.
Yeah, she wants to write other things, she wants to do different music. She has stopped taking the drugs that have been prescribed by her aunt, her bitch of an agent aunt, and basically she gets caught out not taking them, as well as having a diary with her actual real thoughts in it. So basically her aunt then crushes every single pill that she's not taken up and puts it into her food, and when you're talking how many she's not taking, there must be 40 in there.
Oh yeah, definitely.
There's a lot.
Yeah.
So essentially it puts Ashley into a coma. The little girl is obviously devastated. It's her idol. She's very like obsessed with the Ashley 2 toy. So she goes up and does like a talent show because it told her to, basically. So her sister hides the thing, the little Ashley 2 toy, because she doesn't want it to be like her like life, basically. It doesn't want her like controlling her. So all in the meantime, her aunt, Ashley O's actual real aunt, is using technology basically to use Ashley O's remaining creativity in her brain, because she is now in a vegetative state, to basically bring out new music, isn't it?
It's basically brings out new music in the studio, and she also has
Like
a hologram. So there's a person that's always going to be in a suit, and you can create her image any size you want, and any clothing you want as well. It's quick clothing.
It's instant
clothing change.
Yeah.
And basically, can make new music via her voice that's been put into the Ashley doll.
And even there's a point in it where it shows you she's written like quite a sad song, and all they do really is just buff it up a bit, really put a bit of
it's basically all they did.
change the pitch, and it comes out like a pop song.
Yeah.
So basically, anyway, the little Ashley toy that she has, the girl has, the Ashley 2 toy breaks, they plug it into the machine that their dad uses.
Yeah.
And basically, the way their dad's been trying to humanely control mice or whatever, is to sort of monitor their brain. So whenever they plug this in, they see like a little spot within the brain that they then like just hit delete, and essentially it opens up the whole brain within the Ashley 2, the doll, and it basically becomes like Ashley O, the way she is. And what I should say as well, sorry, is that the sister hasn't really taken the mum dying very well by the looks of it. She's sort of like an emo style.
She's playing. She's a bass player, isn't she? She plays. Her mum was a bass player.
Favorite music.
Her mum was a bass player, and she played all her mum's favorite tunes basically, and still she's basically just trying to be her mum.
Yeah.
Trying to be
understandable.
Trying to cope somehow.
But anyway, sorry, that was a side point that's important later. But basically, whenever this brain comes to life, the Ashley 2 doll is like, well, I would never have. I was never allergic. That's what the aunt says. Put her in a coma. She ate some fish tacos that put her in a coma because she took an allergic reaction. But the doll's like, I've never in my life been allergic to those. I've eaten them loads of times. All this sort of stuff. Basically, the doll is like, right, you're bringing me to the house. Go to the house.
My body is.
We're going to sort this out, and I'm going to try and get the proof that I didn't do this. So they take the doll to the house. One way or another, they get in, trick the security guard by pretending they're there to kill mice. And the little thing pulls the life support out of Ashley O, the real one. They're all sort of freaking out. And then next thing, Ashley O wakes up from her coma at the same time that her aunt is presenting the hologram that you were mentioning there, which is Ashley Unlimited or Ashley Infinity or something.
Ashley Infinity, I think it's called,
So basically, she then wakes up and they want... she basically said, right, we have to stop her, so they drive to the stadium where it's all being done, gives her the finger, because she is like, I think she said, oh fuck, at the end, and that's the aunt says that. Ashley O gives her aunt the finger, excuse me, and then through the credits it shows that she's went on to do some rock music, and the sister is playing the bass for her. So and she also starts. Some fans go to see her and they just don't like her.
Yeah, because they're still more the Ashley O stuff.
Yeah.
The irony of that is that the super fan still is watching her play music and her sister's not in the band.
Yeah.
Weird. Because she was always like, oh, that song's crap, you listen to her, she's terrible.
I'll be honest, I prefer that to the first one.
Really? Really?
Rachel did too.
Really? Yeah. Oh dear. I just didn't like it at all.
I did. See, looking back on it, and I really wanted to like the first one because it had Anthony Mackie in it, but I thought Miley Cyrus did a good job in general.
She was fine in it, yeah. I just hate that silly, like, story to these sort of things. Like, it's been done so many times.
See, I thought there was a lot of layers, like, within it, which was good. So, like, I liked that, obviously, it sort of showed, with celebrities, for example, it's not always as it seems.
Yeah.
Locked it. There was actually a point where they talk about contracts, and she's like, well, actually, you breached contract whenever you started feeding me drugs.
Yeah.
Without me really wanting them. That was obviously a bit later. There's the whole thing. It sort of shows you how the two sisters have sort of coped with the loss of their mother differently. When one of them's like obsessed with a celebrity, and the other one's playing
going back in time.
Yeah, the dad has basically threw himself into work. He didn't even know it was his daughter's birthday. And then on top of that, there's the whole like sort of fan thing where she becomes like best friends with starts pretending that this thing's real. Like she starts saying Ashley 2 is a person, and she starts taking advice from starts taking advice from like technology, which is so relevant now because people literally are more obsessed with what shows up on their phone screen or computer screen or whatever, or their watch or I don't know, whatever has a screen nowadays, than they do with what people are telling them. They will listen to what somebody tweets them quicker than they will listen to somebody says them face to face. There's that as well, and then on top of that, again, there was the I quite like the redemption arc at the end. Whenever you could just tell the aunt was just like, oh shit.
Yeah, I was happy that's what happened. Yeah,
and also the fact that like that Unlimited thing, the Ashley Unlimited or Ashley Ultimate, I can't remember what it was called, but basically I quite like the fact that they've tried to do like the holograms for like Tupac and all that, but like it's never gonna be the same as the real thing.
Yes.
So whenever she sort of shows up at the end, it's just as if sort of say like, come on, you can't replace the real thing.
Exactly.
Which is quite cool. But like I don't know, I just thought it was quite a good episode. I thought there was more to that episode than I was expecting, which maybe made it better. Whereas I think for episode 1, I was expecting big things.
Because of the monkeys in it.
Yeah. And also because it's Black Mirror.
Yeah, I was expecting more from the entire series.
Mm.
Just because it is Black Mirror.
Yeah, fair.
And the worst thing about it is the best episode in the entire series was the one that was not very Black Mirror-ish.
At all.
Yeah.
Like, at all.
It was more of a TV show, like The Bill, like you said, like last week. I mean, I didn't really mind the third one. It wasn't... I just didn't... I've just seen Rockstar. I've seen, like, they've all been done before. Like, you've seen the ups and downs of Rockstars. You know where what happens. You know not every celebrity or musician is going to be in the best spot. That just showcased it in a different route, which is fine.
Her parents had died young.
Yeah.
She'd taken her in young. Because there was a point whenever they were having that conversation that, whenever she was like, I took you in at 22. You don't think, I was younger than you are now. Mm-hmm. Whenever I had to take you in and all that sort of stuff. Or maybe she was only a couple of years older. I can't remember. But at that point, I do remember thinking, like,
oh, it'd be tough to jump into the parents like a single parent.
Yeah.
Because she had obviously both parents there, so being a single parent to a girl that you didn't really expect to have anyway. You're only 22, and then
you've got a wee girl to look after. Then again, just sort of it does sort of show you in that episode. It's their way of sort of showing how people can be taken advantage of as a child star. Yeah.
So I dare say people have been taken advantage of, and probably still are now. Like.
Oh, I'd say so. Yeah.
But I mean, like the guys out of like Stranger Things, which is also out tomorrow.
Yes, it is. Right.
Of time recording anyway.
How many episodes are there?
I have no idea. I haven't seen anything yet.
Because you can maybe do an episode or two.
Yeah, of that. To be fair, yeah, that's a good shout. Yeah. But. Like I just didn't really enjoy this one because I've seen it all before type of thing. Like I've seen different aspects of it before, just not to the technology ways of it. Like it was sort of predictable. I thought halfway through, I was like, this is obviously gonna go 8 episodes.
Yes.
Okay, that's cool. There's 8 weeks then. That's mad.
Or we could just do 2 weeks and do
2 week would be good, yeah. But it all depends how long we've got left. Sort of. Well, we can have any time, but I mean, you don't want to drag things on too much, like, because there'd be an awful lot in each episode, I think.
Probably.
But
so
no.
There's no technology.
Yeah, no, like it's just you could just sort of see what way it was gonna go. I thought, whereas the first one had so many surprises, I was like, I did not see that coming. Like with where they put that on and I didn't see them kissing and I was like, that was just random. And I didn't see where they were like, I didn't expect the wife to be like, yeah, that's fine, you keep doing it as long as I get to go and do someone else in real life. I didn't expect that to happen. I thought they were going to split up. He's going to be living with his mate. They're going to be in like different rooms doing that or something.
I thought that he was going to like bend it at the end.
You reckon? I thought he was going to be with his mate or something. They'd split up or whatever, but I mean, this one here, I just, as weird and out there as it was, it felt very predictable to me for some reason. Just maybe because it is, just you could sort of see what was going to happen. You seen like she was always going to take advantage of her, and whenever you seen Miley Cyrus's character Ashley O was just like sort of fading after she had those tacos, you're like, we know what's going to happen now. She's going to be either dead or locked in a room somewhere, not having any sort of contact with the world. And she's going to take advantage of her in every way possible. And that's exactly what happened, but obviously it got to the point where I expected a Black Mirror episode to end that way.
Do they always end the way they have ended this season? I can't even remember.
What do you mean?
Where it just sort of like, for example, in the episode that was actually the best episode, Smithereens, where there's like, bang, you never find out who gets shot.
Yeah.
Do they?
The majority of the time they end up with like
cliffhangers. I'm thinking back to like, the episode, like for example, where you think the wee boy's just been caught like having a bit of fun with himself on camera, but it turns out he's a paedophile.
Oh yeah,
that finishes.
Yeah, I think this series certainly has ended that way, where it's all like
even the first episode ends like
you create your own story afterwards. Basically, like that's what it was. Like, do they?
A lot of them though, like I didn't even think them back now. Do you remember the one, the bikes that he had the glass? Talent show. Yeah. That finished. Like they all. I'm pretty sure they've all finished.
I don't
up
know
to
if
this
they've
series.
all- maybe they have.
Even
then.
USS Callister and the end, like the first or one of the ones, it
Yeah.
ends.
Yeah.
Like I was just thinking, like there was
Maybe not then. Maybe
was
that's the reason
bits-
why this is a bit all over the place, because it doesn't seem like, I know the first one ended quite weirdly. Obviously, you don't know what's going to happen after
Yeah.
they've just sort of agreed to this thing that's going to happen every anniversary or whatever it was, or birthday.
Because
or
like
whatever.
it was the Valentine's Day, I think.
Oh.
But like for example, just to use the Callister episode, like you seen him lying there with his head back. You know, you knew he was stuck in the game,
Yeah.
and that was it.
Mm-hmm.
You knew that was how it was. At the end of Black Museum, you knew that guy
Yeah.
was stuck,
Yeah.
and you knew she'd won.
Yeah.
Whereas in a lot of these, like I didn't know who died when they got shot. I was
The
a
car.
guess. I think that was sort of the point.
That
But-
is, yeah.
But at the same time, it wouldn't have ruined anything.
Well, then again, actually, it ended, didn't it? It ended with her being in a new band, and that was
Yeah.
it. So,
But again, what happened to the aunt?
who cares?
But that's
She's
the whole
probably in
point. The
jail.
whole point of it was that her aunt was doing all this terrible stuff.
Well, I think in my
But obviously,
opinion,
well, actually, tell you what, see now I'm thinking about it. It did get the break because she got the break of contract. She's on her own. She can do what she wants.
yeah.
So that sort of does sort of show. But obviously,
Well,
aunt
in my
probably-
opinion, the
probably
point was
ended
that
in
she
jail.
got to do her own thing eventually.
Yeah, so she got the break she wanted from
Whereas
the,
the aunt's
from the contract.
completely smashed now. But
Probably done.
yeah, exactly. But I think for the third one, it was just, I just sort of knew what was going to happen. So maybe that's where I was sort of feeling it being like, meh, it was alright.
It was also brighter than the first episode. First episode I find a bit.
Depressing.
Yeah, I think so because, pardon me,
I suppose it's meant to be though, isn't it?
anything like that, like in the first episode, it sort of challenged a bit of, is it cheating if it's not real?
Yeah.
But then again, people would have the opinion, well, hold on a minute, if you're texting someone, that's cheating. People have that opinion.
Well, I in my opinion, it was cheating. So.
Yeah, so I would agree.
Yeah.
But then obviously a lot of people will be like, well, no, it's not because it's not real. I'm pretty sure people did tell us that.
They did, but at the end of the day, like you're still, it doesn't matter if it's not real.
You
or
know
not.
someone's on the other
You're
end.
literally talking to them.
Yeah, you know. I don't think they were.
They were.
But like he could hear like the girl speaking. It wasn't like the guy speaking.
Yeah, but they were talking to each other.
Yeah,
these
yeah,
were these
yeah.
were these conscious people's
Yeah.
thoughts.
Yeah.
It wasn't like they were unconsciously dreaming about it.
No, exactly.
It was literally happening, and they knew it was happening. So it is
Mhm.
cheating if you know about it. I think,
Yeah.
and regardless if it's happening or not, like I still think it doesn't matter.
It's true.
It is cheating is cheating. There's no way around it. Like, but so you would rank Smithereens the first one.
Yeah, 2, 3, 1. In my opinion.
Okay, so I'd be 2, 1, 3.
Yeah. But to be honest, there's not much between 1 and 3 for me.
Yeah.
But I think 3 just tips it because, to be honest, I think all in, I don't think Anthony Mackie did himself much justice. I think it wasn't a great role for him because it was quite muted. There wasn't too much for him really to do. Whereas
He's a very emotionless person, I think.
yeah, like in that, like even the scene where she's like, "Do you not find me attractive anymore?" It's just like,
Yeah.
You know, whereas like I sort of felt like anytime Ashley was sort of awake, I bought into the fact that she was struggling.
Yeah.
I didn't really ever buy into the fact he had an issue with what was going on.
Yeah. I
Even
agree.
whenever he was sort of like arguing because he met up to get to kiss the guy, like
I agree.
you know. So there were certainly aspects in it that I just sort of picked up on and it sort of bought into more, and I think it was a lot more to do with Miley Cyrus could play that role because that is her life.
Yeah.
She is a pop singer. She's literally played.
Montana.
Yes, I was gonna get there. I swear. She played her before, where she's had to pretend to be both.
Mhm.
So like, she's maybe had a bit more experience in that, but like, yeah, I think I just bought into that a bit more. So that's why I think it would nick it for me. But I think 2 was just generally a good episode.
Good episode.
Any
Good
season
bit of
that was
TV.
in, that is good.
Yeah.
Yeah, like you could put that in any other previous season of Black Mirror, and it would stand up. Like,
Yeah. 100% agree.
Yeah.
Yeah. But I would definitely put 2, 1, 3 for myself, just because it's the first one was just weird, but it was more Black Mirror than the other two, I think.
yeah,
Whereas, yeah, no, I would say yeah, it would be. Although having your consciousness and a doll is kind of Black Mirror all the same.
Mhm.
But no, I think for the season being what it was, only 3 episodes.
I want more.
I want more as well, but it's not great.
Like I would take if they bring out a Christmas special, I'll be okay with it.
Yeah.
But it is quite a long way away, so it's a shame that they're not releasing like 3 now and then 3 in like, I don't know, October. You know, that would be cool.
True. Yeah.
But obviously, but then you only really find out about Black Mirror like a month before it's out. There's no real.
No, it was happening a while ago.
Was
sure.
it?
Yeah.
I feel like it was very quick. Maybe
Yeah.
it wasn't. Maybe everything just is going really fast.
Well, I know Stranger Things is going really fast.
Yeah, I know, it's crazy.
I forgot it was tomorrow. I actually told the Lord later on. I was like, oh yeah, Stranger Things. I was going through Twitter, and I was like,
Really
oh yeah,
random
it's
day
tomorrow.
for it to come out.
July 4th of July.
Oh,
Yeah, there you go.
well, it's a little relevance over here.
Yeah,
Like,
but it's
you know,
obviously it's
no
American.
different. Yes.
Yeah, but it's an American show, I
Yeah.
suppose, so it makes some sense for
The only
them.
thing is, for me, it's a week before I'm off work. But aye, Black Mirror. That's our review of the series so far.
Yeah, it was good.
Hopefully, there's more, but currently,
Definitely the
That's
worst
what I-
series so far, though.
yeah. But
Just 'cause of
also
lack of
there,
content.
also there was a lot more room for error because there was no redemption after 3. For
Yeah.
example, like if all 3 were amazing, you'd probably be saying it was the best.
Mhm.
You know, it's funny. It's funny that, but I agree, it's probably the weakest of the
Yeah.
the lot. But then again, as I say, there's more.
Definitely.
More in the other ones. For example, even the last series, what was it, like 6 episodes? 3 of them really quite low.
Yeah.
3 of them were very high. But
Yeah.
but yeah, altogether, not a bad series. But would need more. So I'm just gonna finish on a wee quote. So today, which is the 3rd of July, is Franz Kafka's birthday. He was born like ages ago, but he was a writer. It was like 1883, I think.
Born ages ago.
But he was a writer. So he's got some good quotes. So I thought this one would be a nice one to finish on. So he said, "Don't bend," or I say, said he might have written it. "Don't bend. Don't water it down. Don't try to make it logical. Don't edit your own soul according to the fashion. Rather, follow your most intense obsessions mercilessly."
Be yourself then.
Literally.
Yeah.
Literally is just, don't bother changing for anyone else. Don't make it easier than it has to be, as in for if, or don't like sort of make it out as if, well, it doesn't really matter if it does.
Yeah.
Basically, don't change who you are for what's cool.
Yeah.
At the time. Yeah, just do what you want to do and do it with, what's the word I used, obsession. So yeah, I just thought that was a cool one for the week ahead, something to think about. If you want to do something, just give it a go.
Yep.
If you're not happy, change it.
Yep.
And that's what we always, I suppose, say on here, innit? So
It is.
hope you have a great week, folks, and we will catch you next week.
Bye-bye.